Namaskar, hello and a very warm welcome to CIET NCERT's live phone-in interactive program. My name is Tanvi Khurana and this is a social science program for all the students who are studying in class 9. The topic that we are going to discuss is going to be the story of village Palampur. Now, what is so special about this village Palampur and what is the story all about? You'll get to know each and every detail in this particular program. Please watch it on our YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official. You can write down your questions, your queries in the live chat box and raise them to us. We have a guest with us. He'll be more than happy to answer all your doubts, all your queries within this program. And if you want to call us, the number would be 8800440559. Apart from this, if you want to email us, the email ID would be dth.class9@ciet.nic.in. And if you're watching us on PM eVidya channel number 9, then also you can raise your queries through multiple methods. And all the communication methods are being displayed on your screens at the moment. And also you can see a sign language interpreter on your screens at the moment. Let me please introduce him to all of you. He is Sahib. Sahib, a very warm welcome to you. So Sahib would be interpreting each and every word being discussed here. That will be helpful to all of you. Now let me please introduce you to the guest for this program, and he is Dr. Pawan Kumar. Sir, a very warm welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being with us. Sir is a PGT in Economics from SHRI, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Tagore Garden, New Delhi. So let's begin this conversation without further ado. And like I said, sir, village to Palampur. Welcome to Palampur. So what makes this particular village called Palampur so special?
Yes. See, the 2/3 population of India lives in villages. And it is very important to understand how the economy of a village operates. So this chapter is very beautifully authored by NCERT just to make it understand the basic economic principles of production and distribution in a village. So this village, there are so many other features of the village are given. Like 75% of the villagers, they do farming, and the remaining people, they do non-farming activities. The land size are mostly small and fragmented. About 1 out of 450 families, about 150 families are either landless or they have very small plots of very small size of plots. So talking about the crops, they do 3 crops in a year: the wheat, bajra during the rabi season, and bajra and jowar during the kharif season. They also get time in between during October and November to produce potato. This village is very well irrigated. The well irrigated system allows the villagers to go for 3 crops in a year. There are some non-farming activities also, like shops, manufacturers are there, and they do small scale business also, and transport service. Talking about education, there is a primary healthcare system, and talking about education, there is a primary school, and health, there are basic facilities of health are also available. So the credit, banks and money lenders, the main money is borrowed from the money lenders. So this is an overview about the village of Palampur.
That's great, sir. You mentioned production and factors of production. We would like to understand this particular term's meaning. So would you like to explain that?
So the means of production, factors of production is the main concept of this chapter, where the authors have tried to introduce this in 9th standard, that factors of production, basically in economics there are land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. These are the 4 factors of production, where land is a natural resource. Land is fixed in nature and it is the gift of nature. So water, your minerals and the other resources, those are the gift of nature. When it comes to labor, these are the efforts by the man, human efforts, and it can be given, labor can be taken in form of mental or physical. So, capital, coming to the third important factor of production, that is capital. So, capital can be further classified in two categories, that is, one is your fixed capital and the another one is the working capital. Fixed capital is like our this infrastructure, building, or land, these are the fixed capital, machinery, tools, whereas the machinery and tools are the fixed capital, whereas the working capital is the raw material. What happens? The working capital, it gets exhausted, consumed in the process of production. So, and we need money also to pay for the daily wages and salary. So, like this land, labor, capital, and the fourth important factor of production is entrepreneurship. The organizer, the person who organizes all this. In the case of Palampur, the farmer is the organizer and he is the one who collects land, labor and capital, and finally decides what to produce, for whom to produce, how much to produce. So, entrepreneurship, which we also can call it human capital. So, altogether these are the four factors of production.
Okay, great. Apart from this, like you said that one can produce something on one land. So, is it a possibility that a farmer can produce more than one thing from the same land?
Yes.
Is it a possibility?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is possible. So, we call it multiple cropping.
Okay.
So, like village of Palampur, it is very well irrigated. Because of good irrigation, and this village is electrified, which enables the farmers to grow 3 crops in a year.
Okay.
So same piece of land, they are growing 3 crops. It is like one classroom which is used for more number of batches. So, classroom is stable, same, but more number of batches, more number of hours of learning from the same place. So, multiple cropping is one way of producing more production from the same hectare, same acres of land. Whereas the second very important technique is modern farming methods. Like in late 1960s, we did a very successful green revolution. After this, the introduction of machinery, introduction of fertilizer and the new seeds, which is also called as high yield variety seeds, they are very much useful for giving high crops, bumper crop. So, these are the two things, multiple cropping, and the second thing is use of machineries, HYV seeds, fertilizers, irrigation enables to produce more from the same piece of land. But here there is a catch, one twist is there, which is we should wisely and efficiently use these resources. Otherwise, what happens? Excessive use of fertilizers depletes the soil fertility. It also reduces the underground water, the levels of underground water. And third important thing, when we are using these fertilizers, machinery and tools, it makes agriculture as a costly affair, makes it expensive work. So, these are the things where we have to take care also.
Okay, this is interesting because I think not everyone is aware of this fact.
Correct.
Apart from this, of course, Palampur, like you said, people do farming over there, but there has to be some non-farming activities. So, what role does those non-farming activities play in improving the standard of living of Palampur?
This is a very interesting question, and the like 75% of the villagers are doing farming activities. So, non-farming activities are the works other than agriculture on the piece of land. So, other than agriculture, you can go for some other activities like dairy, rearing of animals, keeping cattle, livestock, which can give you a lot of milk to sell in the market, as well as nutrition, which you can supply in the nearby town and the village also. So dairy is a very important non-farming activity. Apart from this, the small scale manufacturing, which makes the more people self-employed kind of people. So, and it takes less capital also and gives self-employment jobs. So, second is your self-employed, and second thing can be, first thing is our this dairy, second is small scale manufacturing, and third is shopkeeping. The shopkeepers can sell some fertilizers and seeds, some other grocery items which provides stable income and local convenience also to the villagers to collect it from the nearby area. And the fourth thing is, like Palampur is very well connected village. It gets, so good connectivity is offered by the transport services like rickshaws, trucks, tractors to carry the goods and the people. So this improves connectivity and earns cash wages also. So these are the some works. So, and when you are doing non-farming activities, it enables you for extra income, job opportunities, economic independence, and that burden on working on the same piece of land, that burden also shift in the non-farming activities. It gives you better lifestyle. When you have more income, you can spend better in education, healthcare and housing. And above this all, diversified economy, that people are not engaging in one traditional conventional work. They are coming into the new sort of businesses and works and scope of area. So it makes your economy more stronger and less dependent on crop. So these are the some features which we.
So the village of Palampur is, I can say, rich in culture and heritage as well. Apart from this, we know that the small farmers, they often borrow money from the big persons and then they have to repay the loans. So I would like to ask you that, are they short of funds? Is that the reason why they borrow funds from for their work, for the farming? And when they are about to repay their loans, are there any hurdles, are there any challenges that they face, and what are those?
Very important question. Because most of the villagers, they don't have much savings. And like these are the landless farmers, or if they have a land, they have very small piece of land. So when they want to work on the agriculture and introduce the modern techniques of farming, it is expensive. They have to buy seeds, then tools, tractors, they have to pay the rent of the tractor, they have to pay the bills, electricity bills. So altogether there are lots of expenses, which these farmers doesn't have much saving, or neither they have a surplus crops also that they get from after selling it in the market. So what happens, they go to the nearby money lenders and they get the money from these money lenders, and these money lenders, they ask them a very high rate of interest like 30% or 40% of interest. So and when it comes to repay, what happens, these people, either their crops are not sufficiently sold in the market, or what happens, they don't get enough money to repay the loans, and many a times they have to take the loans, borrow the loans to repay the previous loans also. It is like almost paying one credit card and taking the loan from another credit card. So it makes a circle of continuous debt, and a debt trap kind of condition comes. So these are the things where the farmer is always in trouble. Especially I am talking about the small farmers, they are lacking the collateral also. So, and they don't go to the banks, they feel that they don't have enough documents and process. So they are always after the easy money, and they go to the nearby money lender and take the money from them. These are the aspects.
So we can say that the life of a farmer is pretty struggling. Okay.
Especially the small farmer.
Okay. And is it the case just in the village of Palampur or in most of the country?
Actually, village of Palampur is a very typical village which which depicts the image of most of the villages in India.
Okay. Okay. So, if we would like to learn something from this particular lesson, what would that be? This particular rural development setup of India, what does it teaches us, the common man, the children who are studying this particular story?
Yes. So, this story had touched many important economic aspects.
Okay.
First thing is the distribution of natural resources, distribution of factors of production. Like land is fixed factor, but we have abundance of laborers. The people, those are landless laborers. Landless laborers, they are plenty in availability, and these people come for the work. So, land is there, labor is there, and non-farming activities are there. So, first thing is importance of modern and efficient farming. These modern techniques should be utilized in a very efficient manner and in a balanced manner. So, there is a need for land reforms and equity also, because the kind of uneven distribution of land, 150 families out of 450 families are very small scale farmers, and 240 families are slightly middle size landholders. So, there is a strong need of the redistribution of land also, so that these people life can also come in the mainstream. And the third important thing I would like to add, that is promotion of non-farming activities. So, more and more non-farming activities will enable more employment and more income, additional income, and that will further result in the better standard of living. And in this, role of education is very important. The amount of money need to be invested in education to get more skillful people and more healthy people, and we need to invest in the infrastructure also. Like Palampur is already well connected. So, when we invest some more money, a lot of crops can have a way to go outside also, and which will bring prosperity to the village. Access to the affordable credit, that is one more important point, that why the farmers are taking the money from the money lenders, because they do not have access to the credit. The banks need to give the proper access and coverage also, and proper adequate sufficient amount should be there for the farmers. That is important thing. And last but not the least, sustainable and inclusive growth is required. Sustainable in the sense, when we are using modern and efficient farming tools, we need to take care of the balanced fertilizers and chemicals. So, we need to go for sustainable practices. We should not excessively use the water also, groundwater, because that will deplete the underground water. Then inclusive growth, we have to bring all the people together, whether they are landless farmers, the people with the less land, or the shopkeepers, or the other small scale industry workers. These all people should come together. So, the story of Palampur gives a very important message, that all sections of the society should come together, so that all the skills can be used sufficiently in a very optimum manner, and we can become a self-reliant village. So, when the villages of India will be self-reliant, the whole nation will be a self-reliant and can move further towards a Viksit Bharat.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Like you said, that if the farmers will be self-reliant, the entire India will move towards Viksit Bharat in a fast pace. Thank you so much for being with us and explaining this story of village of Palampur in such a detailed manner to all our viewers. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you to all our viewers as well for being with us today, and I really hope that you enjoyed this entire story, the story of village Palampur. And the students, if you have any doubts, any queries, of course you can raise your questions via our WhatsApp, via our YouTube channel, that is NCERT official. So we are wrapping up this particular program right here, but do not go anywhere because we have a long list of the programs being followed. So let me just give you a detail of the schedule. From 3 to 3:30 p.m. that is, the next program is going to be a Sanskrit program, and the topic is going to be Janani Tulya Vatsala. Followed by another program from 3:30 to 4. All the students in class 10th, you can watch this science program. The topic being discussed would be electricity part 2nd. And from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, another program, another series will be there. The topic is going to be Samachar Saksharta. From class 6 to class 12, everyone can watch this program. And right now, our series of Paricharcha is going on from 2:30 till 4 o'clock. You can raise your questions. The Paricharcha topic being discussed right now is peer relationship towards mental health and well-being. Students of class 6 and 11 can watch this series and raise your questions. From 5 to 5:30, our Sahyog series will be there, and the topic will be gratitude, the secret of happiness. And from 5:30 to 6:15, our program of NCSL NEPA will be there. The topic being discussed would be role modeling for school improvement, leading a government middle school in tribe-dominated area in Assam. So I really hope that you're going to watch these programs and raise your queries if any. Before leaving, let me please thank our sign language interpreter as well. Thank you, Sahib, for being with us today. I really hope that the interpretation would be helpful to all our viewers. With this, I'm Tanvi Khurana, and I'll take a leave of you. Have a great day ahead and keep on watching our programs. Namaskar.